Okay, so we'll have a quick look at bi-directional forwarding detection. We know why we need it. In the past, if you had a long distance serial line and it for some reason failed that you'd purchased from a provider, you'd see a loss of link light. Now they may well be actually moving that serial line through their own SONET or SDH rings. So to the customer that might look like a single pipe, but the service provider might well have a packet type structure underneath. However, with today's service provider running MPLS, that link light drop won't necessarily be there if there was a failure in the middle of the path. So what we're going to do, we're going to put on BFD live units detection. Also, the protocol is designed to do that, and so it's easier to tune to shorter parameters. For example, if you were trusting on the shortness of, say, the OSPF or the IS hello timers, that protocol, you don't really want to be shortening the hello timers to sort of sub-second. It would be really quite heavy and unnecessary. So the BFD is made for it, it was produced for it, and it works well, as long as you set it correctly. So we're going to use that OAM. However, it does come with a nasty bite in this particular scenario because it's using an LSP ping to do it. And the LSP ping has some really unusual parameters. Well, unusual if you're not expecting them. The LSP ping is actually by default sending its packets to the well-known loopback 127.0.0.1, and it's using UDP 3503. So what would happen with these label switch parts that we set up on the previous screen? They're all configured, but they're not working. And of course, we have a look, run show MPLS, LSP name, R1 to R8 extensive. We can see that LSP ping isn't getting through. Do the show BFD session, we can see that the BFD has failed. We have a look in the firewall log, we see this destination address. So two major changes here. The first thing that we absolutely have to do is we have to make sure that we add this well-known address to our interface. Because it needs to receive it. So we need to go into LO 0.0, we need to add that well-known IP address, and then we need to obviously make sure for everything else that the primary is set for the other protocols. Then we have to go into the firewall filter. We need to make sure that LSP, well, we've called the term LSP ping. We need to make sure that from UDP, from that port is allowed, goes through the policer in the standard way.